I can project.
There we go.
Thanks for being here. I'm flattered.
So, Paul, I'd like to jump in. You're coming into a franchise that's extremely well known in the horror genre, and this character who has been such a huge part of this of horror horror history now for over 30 years. What was your first impressions when this project came to you? Was it something you had to audition for? Was it something that Gary brought to you? How did that all work out? And then what was that feeling like, whoa, I'm going to be sort of taking this mantle now and running with it?
The first thing that happened was I was included in a group email from my agency for a movie that was being called Judgment. That's all we knew. And then I was going to be auditioning for the role of the auditor. And I read the description of the movie, which was, the description ended with a spiraling maze of horror. I was like, And then I read the first line in the sides for the auditor, and one of his first lines was, such sights to show you. I'm like, this is a Hellraiser movie, because it's been one of my top 5 favorite franchises, and Pinhead has been always been my favorite horror icon, just because of who he is. Maybe some of you can relate. I mean, it's just an intelligence and a threat. I just love him. So, but I read the sides for the auditor, and I thought, oh yeah, this is awesome. Middle management, really creepy, has a very dark, edge to it. This is right up my alley, because I played a lot of middle management people. So, and I love horror so much, so that not that much horror opportunity comes to me. Now it's coming to me, of course. But and then I got a private email to me saying, we'd also like to put Paul Taylor on tape for a Pinhead. Doug Bradley is not coming back, and so we had to find a new Pinhead. And my first reaction was, there is no way I'm going to get this part. And then that lasted about 5 minutes, and then I looked in the mirror and I said, wait a minute. This is exactly what you have been trying to manifest in your life. Putting all this positive energy out into the world, saying, I deserve this, it's time for this, I want more and better movie roles, I want this to happen, and I've earned it, all these things, just trying to, the law of attraction, all that stuff, whether you believe it or not, it's real. So, this was, I said, wait a minute, you are going to make this the best film audition you've ever done in your life. And so I was determined to do that. I had plenty of time to get off book. It's funny because at the time I was playing a minister in a play, very sort of crooked, twisted minister with a dark side. Interesting. And but some of the time we would be sitting off stage, facing away from the stage when we were not being used in the scenes, just because it was like penance. It was horrible because they were like pews, there was wooden benches that we had to just sit there and wait for our scene. But my prop of choice was my dad's Bible. So instead of actually reading the Bible, I put all of my sides in there, so that's how I got off the book. So I was able to go into this audition and nail it. And so it was a regular audition. It was just the casting director, because this thing's shot in Oklahoma City, the casting director is a dear friend of mine now. I mean, he's cast many things over the years, for many years. And he knows how weird I am, he knows how much horror I love, how much I love horror, and that I would at least give it an interesting read, if nothing else. So so I went in, he drives down to Dallas, he puts me on tape for the film. Apparently I gave a good audition. I auditioned for both roles, of course, at the same time. I took my Pinhead action figure and one of these, because I have a vast Hellraiser collection already. And I was Gary's first choice, and I was like all these people's first choice at the studio, but Bob Weinstein was out of town. He was at Cannes Film Festival, and so he was going to have to be the final one to go, yes, Pinhead. So I'm just waiting for weeks, just waiting, because it was like one more weekend we have to wait because Bob's at Cannes and he can't get his phone to work, he can't watch your audition tape. So finally, one Sunday morning, I get a text from the casting director saying, "Are you awake?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Welcome to the movie, Pinhead." And I just did, you know, the biggest happy dance of my life. And shortly after that, to get to the other part of your question, is that I had a conversation with Gary Tunnicliffe.
It's been a few years since he's been here. Hello, sir. When you were here before, you were here with some of the other cast members from The Devil's Rejects, but I want to talk to you. This is the first time you've been back since I guess it was about 3 years ago that Wes Craven passed away. He obviously helped your career quite a bit. But let's give me one of your best memories of working with Wes, or your favorite story, or
You got it.
you're free to roam.
It's Saturday. You all have permission slips to be here. Great.
Oh, is that kind of story?
They're free at the counter. No, I had done a little film called Doc Savvy's The Man of Bronze. Worked 2 days. George Powell, the producer of War of the Worlds, I bumped into him at a little gift shop in Venice Beach, and he said, "Are you an actor?" I go, no, I'm going to Alaska, and I'm going to homestead and live in the woods. Well, thank you, George, because George put me in a movie, and he had a casting director that was doing Cuckoo's Nest. So my day 3 as an actor, and 127 days later, I learned a lot, met Nicholson and all of that, and then I thought, well, that's the end of my career, because, you know, I was a lobotomy patient. How much acting does that require? So I thought nothing more would happen, but I had an agent, and he called me up and he said, go meet a guy named Peter Locke and a gentleman named Wes Craven. So I did. I didn't know he had done Last House on the Left, which is a pretty rough movie. And I found him to be one of the most intelligent, soft-spoken, big-hearted, wonderful guy with a very sinister sense of humor. So we're doing The Hills Have Eyes out in the desert, and it was hot in the daytime, cold at night. It was a rough shoot. We all got through it. We all kind of became friends and family. So after the movie came out, it aired in a lot of drive-in theaters. You still have them here, don't you, in drive-ins? Preserve them, they're wonderful. So, I'm in Los Angeles. There's an area called the San Fernando Valley. They had a drive-in. So Peter Locke is driving a Chevy van. Wes Craven is in the passenger seat. I'm in the back. They had me dress up like Pluto. Yeah, you see where this is going? We go to the drive-in. The Hills Have Eyes is playing. We're watching. Right about the time of the first attack on the motorhome, Wes gave me an idea, a suggestion. And I said, okay, sure. Michael, go out and scare some people. Bang on some car windows. Oh, okay, great idea. The only problem was the wardrobe that I had on was Pluto's, but the knife was a rubber knife. You can't protect yourself with a rubber knife. So I'm having fun, I'm scaring people, I'm going, oh, I'm a movie star, yay! Yeah, this is fun. I guess this is what we're supposed to do to promote a movie. And then I scared the wrong vehicle. And a gal screams, and a guy gets out, he's like 20 feet tall, and he has a baseball bat, and he goes, I'm looking for kids. Any kids in the audience? Okay. You scared my girlfriend, you son of a bitch. And he holds up a baseball bat and starts running toward me. I didn't know what to do. I started running. I was a long distance runner in college and high school, so I figured, well, I can wear him down. He's gaining on me. I'm actually getting terrified. Meanwhile, everybody's glued to the screen, and I'm yelling, help, help. No, nobody's paying attention. Now I forget where the van is parked, because it's dark, and I'm scared, and I'm running from the guy with a baseball bat, weighs about 300 pounds, he's 20 feet tall. And then I see headlights, a glimmer of hope. The van pulls out. I'm getting closer. The side door opens, and it's Wes Craven, and he goes, grab my hand. Okay. Jump in. Oh, yeah. Slide the door shut. We peel out. The guy's still mad, yelling. Drive out to Ventura Boulevard. We're not saying a word. We go to we find a 24-hour like a Ships or Denny's, get our table, we sit down, nobody says nothing. Finally we go, what just happened? And we kind of high-five and we realize that we might have a hit on our hands. But God bless you, I missed you, Wes. Worked with Wes 4 times. He was the most gentle. You know, he was a college professor. Oh, a real quick question, because Wes's services at the Directors Guild, his son told the story when they were in the Northeast. Wes was friends with a gentleman who was president of the Audubon Society in the Northeast of the United States. And he said, Wes, when we get up at crack of dawn, we're going to go way out into a precipice on a mountain, and we're going to watch, we're going to bird watch. So Wes goes, great, let's do that. Maybe we'll see a raptor or something. So they get up there, and the guy has these really nice binoculars. He goes, Wes, look over here. It's a such and such a bird. And Wes pulled out a pair of opera glasses. You know, those little tiny pinky. And the guy goes, no, no, no. Here, use these. And Wes goes, I have to get a pair of these. But great guy, great sense of humor, and a very brilliant, brilliant director.
That